welcome to the show. We're going to start with some politics. Since the conclusion of the Democratic convention, Hillary Clinton has opened up a 7-point lead over her opponent, Donald Trump. And I think we have video of the Democrats' reaction to that. That's actually from the 1996 Democratic Convention. Hillary's like, yeah, I'll clap, but I'm not doing the dance. I want to be president in 20 years. But with Donald Trump on defense, President Obama piled on this morning, saying in a press conference that he feels Trump is unfit to be president. That's right, America's first black president is begging you not to elect America's first orange one. But Trump himself seems to be aware of the shift in public opinion, which is why it seems like he's already building in an excuse for a loss by saying the November election will probably be rigged. Former Democratic candidate Al Gore weighed in, saying, yeah, we wouldn't want that to happen. But Trump took a dip in the polls and immediately said that the election was rigged. And you just know that if Donald Trump was a teenager, he'd definitely be the kid who turns the Nintendo off the second he starts losing at Mario Kart. You know what I mean? You know that kid. Simon Turner. What a dick. But Trump's determined to show that he's a man of the people. On Monday, Trump tweeted out this photo of himself enjoying dinner from Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? I gotta say, it kind of undercuts your message that you're an everyman when you're eating that KFC with a knife and fork on a private jet. But when I saw the photo, it reminded me of something. Look at this photo that Trump posted of himself eating a taco bowl. Right, look at that, right? Now, look, it's the same face in both pictures. Look. That's Trump's I'm about to eat face, which makes me really nervous about this picture. Now, let's get off Trump news, thank God, because there was another huge political development. Apple has announced that it will be removing the handgun emoji from its smartphones and replacing it with an emoji of a squirt gun. So, in case you weren't paying attention, there are now more restrictions on gun emojis in the United States than on actual guns. I thought, you know, I'm thinking, like, if we're going to replace an emoji, can we just get rid of the eggplant and replace it with an actual penis? Like, you never use the eggplant as an eggplant. No one's texting their friends like, hey, guys, want to get some eggplant tonight? Because if you do, they're going to think that you want to have sex with them. And finally, this blows all the other stories out of the water because the Associated Press has released findings that flossing, that's the sign language for flossing, long thought to be an integral part of dental hygiene, almost has no actual benefits. I know, can you believe it? Like, I always heard that 4 out of 5 dentists recommended flossing, and you just know that that 5th dentist right now is like, nobody believed me. You all said I was crazy. Well, who's crazy now? In fact, we have video of that 5th dentist right after he heard the news. Here he is. I am not